Viva Las Vegas. Yes, that's where I am right now in Las Vegas, what they call the city of sin. Why? Because there's lots of money, lots of opportunities, lots of temptation. What's interesting is before I came here and I was leaving my home, as I was driving down the road, just as I left my home, I remember that I left one of my money cards at home. So we turned around and went back and got it. And as I hopped back in the car with the money card, I said a saying. I said, you know, you can never have too much money when you're going to Vegas. And that's a great quote in itself. You can never have too much money. You can have too little money. That can be quite destructive and put you in the position of desperation, making poor decisions. But the same applies when you come to your career and knowledge. You can never have too much knowledge in the areas that are important to you. So there's a lot of fitness professionals, personal trainers, group exercise instructors who have varying levels of knowledge, and what I've found is most people's knowledge is probably less than what they'd like it to be. There are people who have no knowledge and they go out there and they bluff their way through the world. They don't seem to get very far and eventually get caught out and cause some damage to themselves and the people around them. Then you have people who have a little bit of knowledge, and you know what they say about someone with a little bit of knowledge. Yes, it can be quite dangerous as well. Then there's probably most people who require just enough knowledge. So they do just enough, they learn just enough to get the qualification, just enough to get the job, just enough to do the task. They're the just enough types of people. And they also, you know, they probably know enough superficially to get by, but they never really excel. And then there's that smaller percent of people who learn as much as they possibly can because they want to be the best they can be in the area that they love so much. So I encourage you, if you're going to have a career as a personal trainer, fitness professional for the next 10, 20, 30, 40 years, why not become great at it and learn as much as you possibly can in the areas that are important to you for you to do your job or your tasks. And those areas include anatomy, physiology, biomechanics, biochemistry, all those areas. And it doesn't mean you have to have, you know, a level of knowledge, a depth of knowledge of a PhD, but you've got to have a level of knowledge that you can justify what you're doing. For example, if you say this is the best exercise, then you have to be able to answer the question, why is that the best exercise from an anatomical point of view? Not just a superficial point of view, an anatomical point of view. Go deeper down to the origin and insertions of the muscles and how they function from a biomechanical point of view, and explain to me why that creates more motor unit recruitment in the muscles that develops more muscular tension that will create a greater stimulus, therefore no greater overcompensation process. Explain it to that level, then you're standing on firm ground of knowledge. When you offer an opinion or sometimes just a belief, at least you can justify it. If you say this is the best fat burning exercise, so why is that from a physiological point of view? Where does it sit on the energy timeline? What substrates of energy does it use? At what levels of intensity? And how does it affect the respiratory quotient and MVO2? To that level, now you're talking, okay, you know more than enough to justify your cause. And you say this food is a superfood. Why is that a superfood from a micronutrient point of view? You know, how much micronutrients and what micronutrients in it? Or this is this food is, you know, not good. Why is that not good from a macronutrient point of view? What, carbs, fats, carbohydrates, how many calories, whatever it might be. So all I'm doing is encouraging you to stand on firm ground if you're going to have a long-term career, giving your opinion and giving your opinions out to people how they should change their life from a health perspective, rather than those types of people who know nothing, to those who know little, to those who know just enough. What type of person are you? Are you a just enough person, a little or nothing, or are you one of those people who you know as much as you possibly can and you're completely committed to self-education? Because what I know, the people who are really successful, not just in the fitness profession but any profession, they are completely committed and obviously obsessed with continued education and self-education and self-learning and growth. And if that is you, then you're going to have a bright future in this wonderful career helping other people for the better, and that is no cow poo.